Happy Boxing Day, guys.
What's that?
Exactly. I'm going to start the show, prompt you a little Canadian culture. It's the day after Christmas, obviously. Christmas Day. It's the 26th. I think that it's called that because it's the day where you box everything up. But I actually don't know if that's true. So I just...
Can't be
Maybe
true.
it's that's what it's called because everybody's tired of spending time with their family. They box each other.
That's what Aaron said.
So I thought.
I know the listener statistics for the show, and there's not many Canadians. It's mostly you Yankees. So, why is Boxing Day a thing? Why is it celebrated? Explanations for the origin of the name have varied. Some believing that it derived from the opening of alms boxes. I don't know what that is. That had been placed in churches for the collections of donations to aid the poor.
Huh.
So we're nice, I guess.
It seems like you would do that before Christmas.
Yeah, maybe it's like the scraps, though.
Regifting.
I don't know what. Vicious regifting cycle as donations. So we Canadians look like we're polite, but we're just kind of passive aggressive.
It could be it.
Yeah. How were your holidays, you two? Tame, exciting, wild. I mean, Aaron's still propped up horizontally. Those listening know he's still recovering. Do you know this, Ian? He said back surgery. This is why he's on a couch.
No.
Yeah,
I thought you were just getting more chill as the podcast went on.
we end up on the floor by season 7.
Well, by the end of this episode, you'll just see his head, his eyeballs down by the.
Just one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had back surgery, so he's on the mend.
Yeah.
But we did chat about how it could just be a cool format. It's the comfy couch.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
Yeah, it'd be fun, right?
Yeah, you didn't blink an eye. You were just like, oh, this is how it is.
I like that about you. You don't really ask questions, huh? I mean, you do, but you.
Well, I like point stuff out.
You're very much a go with the flow person, but when something doesn't make sense to you, you're like, why are we doing this? Why?
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Why are we doing this? This doesn't make sense.
What's that?
That might be my thing.
Because I didn't move. Let's stop now.
Earthquake. Okay, it's good now. Welcome to the show, man. You've been busy.
Yeah, I've been busy. I like all of November into like December has just been crazy.
I think we have you on the show every December. Did you know this?
Really?
Yeah, this is your 6th, 7th time. I'll go and look on your website tomorrow, and or on Monday.
Maybe.
It'll be linked because you're on it, like white on rice. But yeah,
I think I have to add like the other ones on there.
Oh,
I think there's like 2 I haven't done.
Yeah,
or the last one.
Jones, you're familiar with him. Always a pleasure. Always has an interesting angle. How often do we talk, Ian? Like what? Every other day? Every third day?
I feel like we text pretty often. It's not like texting or like an Instagram or something.
I know you've been busy because we go through like wanes and waxes of like phones blowing up and not blowing up. And you literally said to me, like, I'm so busy with work. Why do you think that is right now? Are you doing anything different?
No, I don't even. I feel like with like stuff like this, like doing photography, it just like comes and goes. Like you can have like no clients for let's say a month, 2 months, and then all of a sudden you're just like busy as hell.
You think
like it seems like I feel like everybody contacts you around the same time. Especially like I have repeat customers who I do like family photos for.
Oh, you're still doing family photos? Just
for like close friends, like people I know. It's nothing that I want to like go out and like advertise to be like, I would love to do more of this. But obviously everybody gets photographs around the same time, like Christmas, Thanksgiving. It's like that yearly thing. So you have that consistent thing. And then as those times change, the seasons change, then restaurant, like Coffins, they want to do new menu. They do new menu items. So I have those consistent things. And then if anything else I pick up on the way just gets added to that list, in addition to like my actual job.
Right, which is your marketing director.
Yeah. So that stuff. And then I have stuff that just randomly pops up, like when I went to Florida.
Yeah, what were you doing there? Tell people what that was about. That was cool.
So
you're the most random guy, by the way.
What?
You're the most random guy.
Yeah, things just like randomly happen. But it was just maybe like last month, I was just hanging out at the house and a buddy of mine, Cody, had texted me and he was talking shit to me basically because he's Nikon, I shoot Sony, and I had done something in my story and he had commented to me saying how like, oh, your camera overheats, it sucks. Good thing you spent all that money on an A1, blah, blah, blah. We just like rib each other like that, you know? And he was doing some food job. He was in a kitchen and his camera overheated. So he had texted me to be like, hey, my shit overheated, blah, blah, sorry. And then he's like, I just got this Nikon ZR or whatever it is. I think it's that.
I don't know. Ask Aaron. Aaron used to be Nikon. I think he stays up to date with his past lover.
I could be calling it the wrong name because...
Yes, I don't. Okay.
Camera company names are cameras like Mercedes do or BMWs. It's very confusing to like follow along what it is. So it's like a M3 Z4. You know what I mean? It's just like numbers.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, I got this new camera. It's sick. And it has like this huge screen on the back. Anyway, we were just like basically just bullshitting. And he was like, oh, what are you doing in like 2 weeks? He goes, I don't know why I didn't think to ask you. And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, I have this like big gig in Florida. We're going to be there for like 2 days. It's going to be super chill, super easy. He goes, if you want to just come and literally just put your camera on a tripod and just press record and make sure nothing happens. He goes, that's all you got to do. I was like, oh, well, sure. You know, he says, everything's paid for. Like, I'm going to pay you X, Y, Z. And I was like, well, hell yeah, I'll go do that. Just sit there and just press record. So we did that, flew out to Disney World, and it was a women's conference.
Okay.
So it was like 5, 6, 7 of very professional, popular women's doctors or physicians and stuff like that, like world renowned women.
Okay.
And for 2 days, for like 8 hours a day, I just learned about menstruation, menopause, the health industry, how doctors see men and women differently, of how they treat us versus women. It was just like some of the stuff like I knew already, like I'm not ignorant to that stuff, just like obviously being around women. But it was a very interesting conference. Like they had a big screen. It was a beautiful setup, and they had a slideshow up there that women were talking about, and going through the slideshow, and then all of a sudden it's like, bloop, vagina. Like 12 feet wide, like
on the big screen.
Yeah. But there's like a diagram up there, and instantly I was like, someone had to make that. Like someone had to like, okay, this pubic hair goes here. Like, you know what I mean? So it was just funny. And when it popped up, I feel like I'm in kindergarten. I was like, I'm like, Cody, did you see that? It's a vagina. You know?
He's like, we're in our 40s, man. Get it together.
But no, it was fun, but it turned out to be a lot more work than just pressing record.
Yeah, so it brain on, huh? And get learned.
We joke about that. Well, I had literally a terabyte of footage. I had to go buy an extra hard drive. My computer sounded like it was going to take off when I was editing, but I shot the entire
on the diagrams for a terabyte worth of data.
Yeah. I shot the entire conference horizontal.
Okay.
Which is what I was told I was going to be doing.
Yeah.
And then the client wanted each speaker, each conference cut into verticals for social.
Oh, that's more than you were asked. What do you do in that situation? Are you like, no? Or are you like,
well,
yeah, okay, whatever? Or are you like, yeah.
I was just like, yeah, I could figure it out. So I was obviously shooting in like 4K. So if I cropped it down, it's still 1080, perfect for social. It's fine. But I had to track the people as they walk.
Yeah, you were texting me about this. You weren't sure how to do it, and I didn't really know how to help you without being there.
It was a pain in the ass. So I had to take all the big clips, put them into Final Cut Pro, cut them down because there was a lot of like negative space or negative time. I had to cut them down and then just touch it up a little bit, like highlights and stuff like that, because sometimes the slides behind them were just like bright white. Fix that up. And then I had to take that, export that clip, take it into Adobe Premiere, because Adobe Premiere has AI in there that tracks.
Oh.
So I had to do that. And then from there, I had to take that big clip and I had to put it into Opus. So it cuts it up into like the viral moments and does like the captions.
Yeah, it does it for you. I mean, you can manually do that, but
yeah, but
we're past that in 2026.
Yeah, all of that just took time, like rendering, like an hour long clip just takes forever to render and track and doing all that other stuff. So It was just a pain in the ass. Nothing was hard. It was just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, I did that. I was only there for like 2 days.
He was late for every conference because he was still on the water slide in Disney World.
No, I didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even see Disney World. I didn't even see a Mickey Mouse.
Seems like you're here for the zip line.
Yeah.
I think you should leave.
So I mean, I did that, and then I literally came back that night, went to bed, woke up, and went right to work. So,
okay. And what are you busy with now? You tell me. This is going to be the meat of the episode. You and I talked about this texting. We left Aaron out of it. Excluded.
Well,
the meat of the episode. You've been busy with a lot of stuff, but you did you go into you went in to get you got a new car. You got not RAV4.
Forerunner.
Forerunner.
Yeah.
Very different vehicles before you guys jump on me. Jump down the throat.
Very different.
You got a new car, Forerunner. I guess that's exciting for you.
Yeah.
Aaron,
I love it.
Hold hands now together and do extra things together.
I mean, we could.
Yeah, buddy.
But you were getting some new parts, I guess, on it. That's a
so
body shop, and you managed to acquire their business through being yourself, which is a very unique individual. And let's hear that story because it's going to be a cool episode.
So I was in the midst of doing the Florida stuff, going to work regular, and then I got contacted by. This goes into the story, so it makes sense. I got contacted by these two guys who invented or developed this hockey video game, and they wanted product photography. So I was like, all right, sure, I could do that. And then I'm like, crap, I don't have a vehicle because that day I have to take my car to the garage. So I was like, oh, I could just take Uber. Like sometimes I forget Uber exists, that you could just call an Uber,
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, no problem. So I dropped the car off the night before, come home, go to bed, wake up, take an Uber downtown, do this shoot. My car's not ready yet. So I take my Uber and go back to the garage. So I'm at the garage with all my camera equipment, just like sitting in like the waiting room, basically, or like the lobby. And it's like a small family owned business, but they've been there for like 40 plus years. So everybody in there is like really tight knit and they're like easy to talk to. So the owner girl was like, oh, what's all this stuff for? And I was like, oh, I do this and X, Y, Z, blah, blah. And she was like, oh yeah, we just had some people in here recording to like make a video or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, how are they recording, by the way? I was like, were they recording like this or like this or like this? Because I'm trying to gauge how professional this commercial shoot was. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, they just had like a little stick and a tiny camera on it. And she said it was like moving around.
Hey, I have that. That's my gift. That's my Osmo Pocket.
So I was like, well, I was conflicted because I was like, oh, they were using an Osmo, and I was like, well, it's a pretty good camera. So I was like, I can't really judge off that.
Good save, because I was offended for a minute there.
Yeah, and then I was just like, well, what was it for? And she was like, oh, it's something with our marketing company, blah blah blah. And I was like, marketing agency. And she's like, yeah. And right off the bat, I was like, oh my God, I hate marketing agencies. So I was like, if you don't mind, I was like, what are you paying a month for this company? And she's like, well, right now about $4,000 a month. And we've been doing it for 6 years.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I live like less than a mile away from here. And I've never seen an ad for this business once. And she's like, yeah, I never see him either. And clearly she was aggravated, like right off the bat, just like, yeah, like we're not happy with them either. And I'm just like, well, how have you gone 6 years with like not being happy with this? So I was just like poking and just asking her questions. And I was like, do you have like a dashboard that they set you up with? And she's like, yeah, like come over here and look at it. So I'm like looking at all this stuff and she's like, this is what they give us. And I was like, this is just a fancy way to show like Google My Business analytics. They just like put everything there. And I was like, I said, where are they getting content to promote your business? And I was like, do they ever come in and take photos or videos? She's like, no. I was like, that's like having a restaurant with no menu or pictures on it, like no website. Like, what are they advertising? And she's like, I don't. My mind was just like melting at this point.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, what's your ad spend? Like, where are these numbers? Like, what is going on? And while I'm talking, like looking at the website and stuff, she's like on my website looking at videos and stuff that I've made. And she shows her dad this video I made of like my truck, and he comes out and they're like talking. And it's funny because I was telling Seth, like the dynamic inside here is like Pawn Stars meets like The Office.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like a character. And her dad's like, man, this is some cool shit, you know? And he goes, I don't know what the hell we're paying for these people. He goes, they don't do any of this stuff. And so just bullshit and whatever. And then I had got my car and I was like, all right, see you later. So when I went home, I was like, well, had a really good conversation with them. I kind of pointed out how they're wasting a little bit of money. I was like, but I really want to show them how much money they're wasting. I want to show them what they can get with that amount of money. So I make a few mock-up ads, like a mock-up video, because I have a lot of like truck footage and car footage, basically stuff that they advertise for. So I made this one video commercial. I went on 11 Labs, wrote up like a little script and had this like commercial, put their logo and all this stuff, like goosh, like you could put it on TV. It took me maybe like an hour. And I emailed it to her and she followed me on Instagram and DM'd me. And she's like, hey, what are you doing next Wednesday? And I was like, right now I'm free. What's up? She's like, my dad wants you to come in and have a meeting with us and talk. I was like, all right, no problem. So I do a little digging, go through all their socials, all their analytics, their Google My Business page, like all this stuff. And I show up Wednesday, I have my laptop and I'm just like, I went through and looked at all this stuff and I was like, do you want me to be honest with you? He's like smoking a cigar. You could just kind of catch the vibe, but he's swearing already. So you could just kind of catch the vibe of like how the client, like how you would mirror the client, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, do you want me to be honest with you? Because I'm not going to fucking bullshit you about this stuff. He's like, yeah, you know, it's what I want. So I show him everything. And I said, they're not doing this. They're not doing that. They're not doing this. You've been paying for this. They're not doing that. And I just like kind of broke all that stuff down. And he was like, fucking, they've been just sticking it to us for years, haven't they? And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, for what you're paying a month, you could be getting this.
What were they getting? Just like, I don't know. Have we said that yet? Do you know? What were they getting for $4,000 a month? So the listeners have kind of like a
just like Google search stuff, like SEO stuff.
So this is what happens. A run-of-the-mill marketing agency, the big ones, 9 times out of 10, they're not even near you. They're in like a different state and they manage thousands of locations. And what they do is they plop down a rep. They find a rep in your town or your city and they just assign you that person. And then that person comes to meet with you like once a month. And they're like, what do you want to do this month? Like, what are you advertising? So what these people do is they set up a website, they make it, they do the SEO, they do all this other stuff. They do Google My Business posts. They're supposed to be writing blogs. Just managing everything that the social media marketing person would do for your business that you just like basically don't have time for. So I had went through and looked at this stuff and I was like, the bio on your Google My Business is different from your website. These links aren't even set up. These phone numbers are wrong. I went onto her website and I showed them how a good website builder, when you upload an image to the website, the file name should be named correctly for SEO and keyword purposes. And then when you upload the image to the website, there should be all image data in there as well for SEO and keyword stuff. And I asked them, I was like, do they toss around a bunch of big words to you like FCO and Google ranking and all this other stuff? And she's like, well, yeah. And I said, well, they just do that stuff to confuse you, to make you so you don't understand, to validate the price. Like they tried to confuse you on purpose so you don't know what's happening. So you just think whatever they're doing is like the best thing.
Right. The terminology. It's too complicated. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah. Essentially.
That's my impression of like the financial advisor industry too. This is too hard for you to do on your own. Let us do it.
Yeah. I mean, essentially. And you're just like, well, I don't know any better.
Yeah.
And then you just do all that stuff. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's really like all of what it was. It was just, I was able to point out how they were getting ripped off and where and why, and everything that they were doing was like wrong. Because I had her give me their contract, which they signed up with, and it was like a 14-page contract. And then I took that contract, scanned it, turned it into a PDF, threw the PDF into chat, and I was like, read this. I said, read this because I'm going to ask you questions, because I'm not going to read that whole thing. And I was like, where in here in the contract is there XYZ? And it's like, and it told me. So I was like, okay, that's how I like deciphered the contract. And then 2 days later, they fired them.
Damn.
So
did they hire you? Was it a swap?
Yeah, we just like swapped out.
That's cool.
And for reference, in the 6 years that they were working with them, I did more for the business in a week that they did in 6 years. Like if you go on their socials and look at their analytics, I looked yesterday because I like once a month, I'm going to start packaging these things so they can like see the analytics and stuff. Their Facebook was up like almost 600% in 7 days.
What? Impressions, reach?
Yeah, like impressions and like views.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's just...
Were they even following that? Checking in on those things?
No.
I mean, how many businesses are doing this? Exactly what you've described.
A lot.
We think we're getting something. They're probably doing something because we're paying a lot. They do
that to like so many businesses. And the thing that like pisses me off the most is that they target family-owned small businesses because they don't know any better. And it's like, if you think about it, these people aren't multimillionaires. They're just like regular people trying to run a business. So every bit of money and expenses needs to make sense. So if you're just wasting it here, it's not going other places.
It could get lost in the daily operations that you pile up in the fires you put out. You could just, it's too complicated. I assume it's getting taken care of. I guess in your story, you could, with 2 questions, you could really swipe business from, companies with a similar situation like this. You could say, well, do you have a marketing agency? Yes. What are you paying for them? I don't know, $4,000. Are you happy with them? No. I can do more for less.
First of all, let me see why. I mean, there are good marketing agencies. Obviously, they're not all terrible, but most of them are terrible. Like if you don't hire a marketing agency that is local to you, that you could physically see somebody and talk to somebody, they're not a good marketing agency.
Makes sense.
How do you expect anybody to learn your business, your voice, your brand image if they can't physically come to be like, okay, this is what it's like in here. And I was telling Seth, there's like a bunch of stuff like I found. So I was like going in on the back end, and I was on SEM Rush. You know what that is?
Yep.
Okay, I was on there. I put their website in there.
Aaron said no though.
Oh, so it's a analytical website to where you put a domain in there, and what it does is it checks the SEO, the keywords, your backlinks. It basically goes in the back end of a website and just pulls all this information out, and it shows you. It's a lot of confusing stuff. Some of the stuff I don't really even understand, but the meat and potatoes are there. The gist is there. So do you know what like a backlink is?
Tell me.
Okay. Like for the photographer mindset website, there are websites out there that a link to your website is on. So that is called a backlink.
Yeah, it's like a not a referral link in the sense of affiliate or product.
It just gets people back to your website.
Yeah.
People do that in their own blog posts. Like they do backlinks to different blog posts too.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah. It's just
in my earlier blog post, ways to make more money with your camera. Yeah.
Like Google loves that stuff. So they'll see that you have backlinks all over and they're like, oh, this website must be pretty popular or it's a trustworthy website. So we're going to help the ranking go up a little bit when people Google you and stuff like that with the backlinks. So I was on SEMrush looking at the back end of this business's website. And I'm looking at their backlinks and it's like, they have like 3,000 backlinks. And I was like, how is that even possible? I said, that's a lot of backlinks. Like on my website, I probably have maybe like 400 or 500. And to me, that's like a lot. Like that
sounds like a lot.
It's a lot. It's a decent amount of backlinks. But I have backlinks all over the country from like different brands or websites or blogs or stuff I've done. And it's only like 500 or something. For them to have thousands and they're a local business, I was like, that can't be right. So I start digging into these backlinks and I'm going to the source of the backlink, where the backlink is. And they're on just fake built websites that are like overseas.
They're artificially farmed.
Yeah. So what the marketing company is doing is artificially farming backlinks to trick Google into thinking that there's all these backlinks somewhere when there's not. So then I started reading these things and then I went into like Safari or Chrome and I turned on the developer tools to where you can see like all the HTML code or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like Control F and I searched the business and I found these backlinks where like specifically where they were. And it said nothing about anything. It's just like, there's the link. And then I'm scrolling through all these other backlinks and I'm finding other websites that this company manages and their websites are the same.
Damn.
Just different content and words. It was just, I was so mad.
Yeah. Tell us why you take that personally.
I just get so pissed off because one, these people are making hand over fist, left and right. Like if you have one client that's paying $4,000 a month, you get 10 of those. They're doing like thousands and they're just like really hurting like local businesses. And like people trust them to pay them.
Even if you get fired as well, like happened in your story, there's a new startup popping up all the time. So you could just viciously cycle through.
Well, absolutely. They just keep their funnel full. So like when a new one comes out, it's just like, and like when she said last time their marketing rep was there, he was like, hey, are there any other businesses popping up in the area that we could possibly go talk to and help? So I don't know. It's just frustrating because it just like rip people off and it's never done correctly. And then it like gives a bad name to like other people if you're like, oh, I'm a marketing agency. And they're like, oh, you're just going to fuck me over.
Yeah, they probably have just a lot of like front end. We're going to do the canned response to this business. We'll get the backlinks made or added to our fake websites. We'll check some SEO stuff and then just keep collecting.
Yeah, like I was looking through this invoice and it was like $500-$600 a month for SEO monitoring.
Just to check it. Yeah, what is that?
Well, you don't monitor it, you just make it. You fucking leave it there. Right. It's not like you have to like feed it. Like you
unless keywords change, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, like they're not even doing that. Like I was like, are they writing blogs or are they looking up Google Trends to see what's popping up around here? Like no, they're not. Like the SEO is just like you set it and forget it, like that microwave oven thing.
Like if you're doing SEO monitoring, you could be keeping a tab on what's trending now and then making the alterations to blog posts or your website. But that would be easily verifiable if that was going on. And by the sounds of your story, that probably wasn't.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. So
that's too bad.
But at the end of the day, that whole thing transpired just because I opened up conversation with them. You know what I mean? I very well could have just been like, that sucks. And then like nothing would have ever happened.
Yeah, it's also, I feel, a very socially delicate situation where you have to let, in this instance, people know, hey, you're burning a lot of cash without making them feel intellectually inferior or eliciting a huge resentful or response filled with anger in the moment, because at the same time that you are maybe passively trying to gain their business or making a suggestion that you could do better, you want that their state of being to be curiosity or excited about the current conversation they're having with you, rather than being filled with, I'm so mad right now.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like I was able to mirror their tone already. Like you could like gauge how a person's communicating with you, their interests, so it allows you to be like, okay, I could say this, or maybe I shouldn't say that. But my whole goal and intention was to educate, to be like, a lot of the stuff you're paying for, you can do yourself. Like, I will show you how to do this. Like,
and what you can't do, I can do for less, right?
Yeah, it's essentially,
or the same amount, and you'll get your money's worth. Is that fair?
Yeah. So I mean, I've on the weekends or when I have time off, I've already gone down there and like took photos, filmed stuff, like made content already, and I'm working on a new website right now for them.
Yeah, just the customer service aspect of that must feel 100 miles better.
Yeah. Well, also, they could just text me.
Yeah, cool.
Or
you're
like,
the
hey,
paper company.
Yeah, like that's funny. Yeah, they could just like text me and be like, hey, we have this cool thing down here. You should stop on down and get footage of it. So it's like cool. Plus, I'm like interested in that stuff. Like it's like car stuff. So it's like cool.
Yeah, that is cool. It's giving them some power back too to decide what they think is cool and what they want marketed.
Yeah.
As opposed to maybe being fed, this is what you should do.
Yeah.
Not to say that's what was occurring, but perhaps.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was just a super conversation that led into something, but it's just because after I left, I just took the initiative to be like, this is what it could look like. Take that with what you will. And then they took it upon themselves to like set up a meeting with me. I was no way, shape, or form was like, hey, let me get in here. You know, this is what can happen.
That initiative could and has, yield big results for you, but requires so little effort as well in the moment.
Yeah, it's literally just having a conversation with somebody.
Yeah,
you basically just plant the seed, and if they want to water it and look into it, it's up to them. But
yeah, very interesting. I half joked to you too. I said, "Baby, you should just carry your camera stuff everywhere as a prop for conversation."
just have it out.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing?
Oh, yeah.
It's
just happen to have it.
Essentially, that's what Ian does. He likes the company, he takes photos of stuff, he tags them, and then if a conversation comes up, he capitalizes.
Yeah, that's been your way for years.
Yeah. I mean, it works. I mean, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Just lugging in video tripods and lighting into a pizza shop. Oh, yeah, I'm just here to pick up my pie.
Yeah. Like,
this stuff?
You just carry around your camera all the time and nobody says anything. You're like, what? This? Oh, this is just my camera for taking photos of things.
You know what? That's interesting because in so many episodes over the course of 5 years here, we've said bring your camera everywhere as one of our biggest pieces of advice. More in the, as two wildlife nature guys, more in the wildlife opportunistic sense of you never know what's going to pop up. But I think that concept applies across all genres. You never know what kind of interesting people you're going to make or meet. You never know what kind of interesting businesses you're going to walk through the door of.
Mm-hmm.
So bringing your camera everywhere in that sense is applicable across, all areas of life, it seems.
Yeah. Like there was like a few years back, I was downtown and I had my camera and I caught like a surprise proposal.
Uh-huh.
Like I saw it happening. And then after they were done, I was like, do you want me to take like a quick picture of you guys? Just like, so you have it, And they're like, oh yeah, sure. So like, that was cool. I mean, the picture was terrible, but it wasn't set up. It was so bright. The sun was like so hot out. It was just like zooming down on them. But I mean, they have a photo of it. But
this guy sucks.
Yeah, like instances like that. It was just like a cool thing to have to like give that person.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Now price wise, I'm just curious, and we don't have to get into the details, but they're spending $4,000 a month. In your mind, are you like, hey, this is what I can do for $4,000 a month? You're going to get more, and your budget stays the same, or is it like, is it an upsell? Like, wow, you're doing that. I could do this for a little bit more. Is it like, wow, for half that, I could do as much as you're getting easily? Like, what's the mindset when you're dealing with a business?
So this particularly, the mindset is in my head, I already knew how much they were spending a month. I already know they were comfortable spending that much a month and they had been doing it for so long. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, just transfer that right to me. Just give me that directly to me. And then what I'm going to do is essentially go above and beyond that they've ever done. And I'm going to actually show you results. So then it's like down the road in time, be like, I'm doing this. You're getting this. So maybe we should go back and talk about this price.
Yeah.
And then I feel like at that point it goes up because they already just got smacked with the reality that someone's ripping them off. Mm-hmm. The stranger comes in, promises them basically all the same things. So now they're probably a little bit apprehensive about it.
Yeah, or jaded.
Yeah. So I essentially was like, whatever you're spending, just give it to me. And I'm going to do more right off the bat. So like I said, in the first like 2 weeks, they're already like, this is fucking awesome.
And you had a body of work of photos and videos of trucks before you were handed a dime of their money.
Just stuff to show and like products. And it was just,
well, it speaks to the value. We talk about having a portfolio, even if just working your, spec work, passion projects in your free time. I'm sure it was all of your Tacoma mostly, right?
Yeah. RIP.
Now on the back end, this marketing company, they get fired. Can they do a lot of stuff to slow your roll or your progress by like, I don't know, reverse engineering or taking away anything that they did do, whether it was working or not, but take away those backlinks, take away whatever they were doing, if they were doing anything?
Well, another bad thing about this agency is maybe not particularly just this one, but they own the website.
That sucks.
So, but that's a lot of what these companies will do is they're like, we'll set you up with this, we'll set you up with that, we'll set you up with this website too. But what they don't say is like, if you ever leave or your contract is up, this website is ours.
Yeah, it makes it hard to switch. It's like a switching mode.
So that way the companies can at least put that business on like the gym membership, tanning salon membership type thing, where it's like they have their card getting swiped each month and they just sit there because they're never going to go because they're never going to get like another website. So it's like gyms make money off the people that don't go. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, Aaron, taking the website away kind of sucks, but I'm making another one in the back end. So once that switches over, I just have to make sure those links work and get that stuff switched over. So there will be like a little bit of a hiccup, I feel like, for maybe like a few weeks, maybe like a month until Google like figures all that stuff out. But they can't go in and just like take away Google rankings.
Right.
Like that's just like organically there. So, I mean, as far as I know, they can't just like take stuff away. But they do have like access to like the Facebook and Google My Business and like stuff like that. But I've been
what about
like,
domain names? If it's like
they own the domain name.
So you have to switch a name or buy it from them or transfer it? How's that work?
So the business owns the domain name.
The business owns that. Okay.
Yeah. The marketing agency owns the website.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
that's not so bad then.
No. So then what I'm doing is building a website in the back end. So once that website is done, I have to go to GoDaddy because that's where the domain was bought. and then tell GoDaddy, hey, anytime someone goes here, they need to go here instead.
Yeah. Redirect.
Yeah, it's a DNS forwarding thing.
Fancy stuff.
Yeah, fancy stuff.
I'll be right back. I got to pee so bad. I had like 3 coffees today. Keep it going though.
Good Lord.
See, yeah. I made sure I peed before I moved the toilet in here, actually.
Me too, because we're consummate professionals. And
no, I was like, you know what? This one, I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to have it all set up.
Yeah, you were. And I feel like last time Seth left us also for him to go to use the bathroom.
Well, I mean, like, I try to drink water a lot and like have like a coffee or whatever. And then it's like, crap, I wasn't thinking about I have to sit here. Like, how often are you like sedentary for this amount of time? Well, I guess all the time you're like editing or something, but you could physically get up and go pee. It's you don't even think about it when you're like, oh, I can't get up right now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm the worst on road trips.
I've been on a lot of airplanes. I shouldn't say, maybe not a lot, but like a good amount. Yeah. I've never used the bathroom once.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I always think that. And I'm like, okay, where's the bathroom? Because I'm probably going to have to piss a bunch. Yeah. And then I'll sit there in my row. And if it's the same thing, we just went to the movies the other day. And I will just hold it as long as I possibly can. Because I'm like, I don't want to fucking bother anybody.
Yeah. Because we're polite.
Yeah. And then if you think about it, that person probably is just like, oh yeah, no problem. And they just like move. But in my head, they're probably like, this fucking asshole ruined my whole trip.
No, they are. They definitely are.
Like you go to the movies and like, you're like, oh, I'm sorry. And you duck in the front. Like your head's not blocking anything, you know?
No. Is your shit talking done?
Yeah.
We're shit talking on feeling like you're inconveniencing other people when you get up and go to the bathroom, like in the movies or like an airplane or something. Like you'll hold it till you absolutely can't anymore.
I don't feel bad at all.
I go aisle seat or I go window seat and then up my salt intake by like 3,000%. And then I'm just stuck there.
Just no one's hypertension.
Your ankles and wrists are just like,
yeah. No one's bothering me. I'm not bothering anyone.
Yeah, he turns into SpongeBob and Patrick from the SpongeBob.
Water's for quitters. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Or you know, like in a
flight attendant's like, do you want something to drink? I'm like, no.
You know, and me, myself, and Irene when he's like,
yeah.
I love that part because when Irene like notices it, she's like, he's like, I'm gonna go get some water. It's so good. It's one of my favorite movies.
Just completely digressed. It's great.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Did you guys talk of anything of substance, or did you just riff?
I just riffed on you always when Ian's here. You leave us alone to talk, and it's like,
is it awkward? Am I the glue? Am I the glue in this 3-way?
Glue, and then we have to like our glue. All we have is making fun of you.
I'm the glue guy. Nice. I like being that.
If you're gonna
glue guy in the dressing room, right?
No, you should say you're the lubrication to the 3-way. That makes more sense.
This is a family show.
Well, glue doesn't make sense.
It's really not a family show. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's sponsored, but they don't seem to mind. So
I'm so polite. I questioned putting ice in my cup because I didn't want to be like.
Well, last time one of the times you were on the show, you had a full-on vase, however you want to say it.
Right, because it's probably full of gin.
Yeah, okay? You still sober?
Well, first of all, like, you know how like girls go get the iced coffee and they're like, it fills my soul.
Yeah.
I mean, some, not all.
I mean, I do that. I have to get my iced Americano.
And you do it like that too?
Yeah, I should.
Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow. Wait, is it tomorrow? Oh no, I think today's 1 year actually.
Oh, congratulations. 1 year without a drink? Insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, today is actually. Yeah.
Wow.
Because it was the day after Christmas. So I was like, probably shouldn't do that.
You were just like, nah, no more.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I know not to go even more into this because it's like annoying when you stop doing something like that and everyone's like, thinks you had a I mean, I guess it is a problem in the sense of like it's not good for you, but like, or that's just some grandiose thing. You can just decide to stop doing things because they no longer serve you and not have to make a huge deal out of it. But at the same time, a year, congrats, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean that like people are just like, what was like the hardest part about it? And I'm like, really, like the hardest thing is just like having people not look at you like you're some freak when they offer you a drink and you're like, oh, I'm good. And they're like, oh.
I've actually thought about this too. You know what also probably aided in your success as well is having so many other things to put your attention to that are meaningful.
Yeah. Well, also like
particularly being creative. Like if you were sitting around doing absolutely nothing,
yeah,
may as well have a drink. You know, I think that's part of the problem is like it fills the I have no meaning hole. Seriously.
No, I know just how you said it's funny.
How else would you say it?
Well, like
there's got to be like a lack of purpose somewhere or something like, that excites you.
Filling a hole. I mean, you're right. It's just funny. Just funny how you put it.
So juvenile.
Yeah.
If you can't laugh at it, I mean, what's the point? It's like if you say something juvenile and someone's like, oh, how silly. I'm like, you're not my friend.
Well, we can keep it short today. That was insightful. Anything else to add to that story, or what do you think? I think you covered it pretty good. That's interesting insight, and I think people can use this to ask kind of questions like that.
Well, it's like it's also
pry a bit, you know.
What's that?
Just pry a bit into people's.
Yeah. Well, it's also like even if people, I mean, especially like now, like I don't want to just like put all the weight on like AI and chat and all these other tools. It's like there's so much more that you can do now and learn now quickly and ask questions that there's so many things you could just like do yourself now, or at least have something to guide you in a way. You know what I mean? So if you were like, hey chat, what is SEO and DNS? What is this? And it's like, blah, 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 and it tells you, and you're like, oh
yeah.
Speaking to me in like a 5th grader level, that makes sense. Like I know what that is now.
It's true. I mean, not related, but related. I was never a huge like AI or chat GPT user until I would use it at times and for certain things. But after the surgery where you meet with a doctor every 3 weeks for, 5 minutes to check in on things. And then I leave and I'm like, I have like 1,000 questions I should have asked. Yeah. And it's been like a daily sort of check-in, like, hey, chat, is this normal that I still feel this? It's like, absolutely, completely normal. Like nerves take a long time. Nerves don't heal like linearly. They heal sort of in steps. And it's like, it's been awesome to just have that sort of resource to ease my mind a bit in like this kind of time where it's like medical stuff, very complicated, and you don't have access to a doctor 24/7. But anyone that goes through like something like this is going to have like 1,000 questions throughout the day to make sure they're on the right track.
Yeah. Well, also what it just made me think of is before that, if you ever diagnose anything on a WebMD, it's like, you're fucked. You're dead.
Yeah, of course.
Like right off the bat, like you have some illness that can never be cured and you're dead.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like the complete opposite with like where chat's concerned.
The thing I don't like, or at least I worry about, is a concern of mine is AI telling me what I want to hear in any scenario.
Yeah. Well, do you tell it not to be a yes man?
Yeah, but I don't know. I haven't found it. Yes, of course, but I have to prompt it that every single time.
Yeah.
Like give me objective, if you even can, advice.
Yeah. Well, I find that sometimes like you're not wrong. Like I use it a lot to help me come up with like all image data and stuff for my website or stuff like that. And it will say something and I will be like, are you sure you want to do that? Because it should be this because.
And then it goes back on itself.
And then it'll be like, oh, you're absolutely right. So it's not an end all be all.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It helps, but with Aaron's point, like, yeah, 100%. Like it's speaking to you at a PhD level if it can.
Yeah.
If you're using it as, for example, as an assistant producer or assistant creative director for an idea for a video, let's say, hey, I have this idea to do this with the video. Like, what do you think? It'd be like, oh, that would be so awesome. And then you can execute it. It's just absolute trash.
Yeah. Or
it doesn't have the ability to be like, this is stupid. Abandon.
Yeah. Well, nothing's ever going to take away that like improv-y part, because there's stuff that I will spit an idea to. And it will be like, oh, great, you should do this. And I'm like, I want to do this instead.
Mhm.
And then all that does is just kind of like, it's like when you have like two friends sit next to each other and you're like, oh, this would be cool. And then that person says something that's not cool and you hate that idea. But what you took like a morsel of what he said and you're like, what? But if we did that, that would be way better. That's kind of like a cool way to use it. One of the coolest things I did with chat was before I bought my car, because I'm really good with like money and my finances, and like I like to know where everything's going. I like to know what I'm spending, what I can afford, all that. So I went onto my bank account. I went into my work website to where I can print out PDFs of paychecks and all this other stuff. And I got 3 months of PDFs worth of my spending, what's coming in, what's going out. And I just I dumped all these PDFs in there, and I opened up a new project. And I was like, this is what I want to do. I'm looking into buying a new vehicle, blah, blah, blah. Spit out all my finances. This is what I have coming in. This is what I have going out. What do I have extra? And it broke all this stuff down and blah, blah, blah. And I was able to be like, okay, I have this much of a window to where this new vehicle won't affect me at all financially, versus having to go through and do all these things myself and be like, whatever. So,
or saying whatever, I don't care. This is too hard.
Yeah. Because at one point I just been, But realizing I spend $300 a month at the corner store getting like coffee or Monsters or a breakfast sandwich in the morning kind of hurts to see it out there in front of you.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like if someone like smokes cigarettes, like a pack a day, they're like, oh, it's just a pack. It's $5 here, $12 here. Like over like a course, like 6 months, it's like, oh, I spent $5,000 on literally nothing.
Yeah, true.
True.
All right. That was fun. I could talk forever, but
all right, guys.
I like this length. Aaron's got to get moving around here for his half-mile walk. No, you did your walk today, didn't you? I saw it on Garmin.
I like this length. I'm the loop to this three-way. I like this length. It fills a hole. that should just be the thing.
Cut it.
Yeah, that's what Ian took away from this today. Hopefully, you listeners took more away.
It's a good thing that you were recording this, because I heard my camera shut off like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, probably overheated.
No, when I was in Florida, I had all the settings up, and that thing ran for like 2-3 hours at a time, and nothing happened. But I think when I came back, I changed all my settings back to like what I normally shoot with.
Are the settings in the room with us right now?
No, I apparently put them back because my camera went shut off. That's why I don't know if you noticed the color of my face has been shifting. Yeah. It's because my TV is doing the screensaver.
Been kind of fun. It's been mesmerizing.
Yeah. Where before it was my kid.
Yeah, that's cool. That's all right with us. That's all right with us. All right, let's let Aaron get back to healing his body.
Yeah. Are you just gonna be like heal?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna get up and moving around, or are you gonna stay there for a bit? And
yeah, how do you?
I gotta move. I can't.
Move. I can tell he's in a little bit of discomfort right now.
Yeah,
I can tell.
It's my foot is still very numb.
Ugh.
And it's driving me nuts. So
we get you a peg leg.
No, I can walk all right.
Like Seamus from Family Guy.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing a SpongeBob reference.
No,
but
it's driving me nuts. And my father was a tree.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's just started sleeting here not too long ago.
Good word. Word of the day. All right, let's end. We're rambling.
See ya.
See ya.